Hi, so you're ready to send your files over to your mix engineer. You've recorded your tracks, now it's time to mix it. I'm going to talk you through the do's and the don'ts when sending files over. Alright, let's jump over and have a look. Right, so here we have a session. Sounds like this. Okay, so as you can see, it looks like quite a typical session. A fair amount of tracks, but we've got 47 tracks on this one. There are various ways of doing this. I'm going to show you the wrong way. Okay, so in Studio One, if you right click, select all your tracks, and then go to Browse, and then we've created a folder called The Wrong Way. And if you just drag all your files over to The Wrong Way, it will copy them across. Let's open up a new session, and I will be the mix engineer who's just received the files. Okay, so we've got a completely blank session. We know the tempo of the song is 110 BPM. So we've got the files sent to us. All of these lovely files. Excellent. Right, so we're going to drag them across, put them in. Yeah. Okay, alright, let's have a listen. What have we got here?
And I'm just lucky to be standing in the trees to turn around, start.
As you can see, the files, they're little clips, and you've just sent them. And when you import them, you don't know where they go in the song. So as a mix engineer, I would have no idea, is this at the start? Should this be up here? When does the vocals come in? I've got nothing. I've got no reference, nothing. All I would do at this point here is contact you and say, I can't work with this. Okay, so let's go back and I'll show you the right way of doing it. Right, before we go any further, let's have a little conversation about stems versus individual tracks. Okay, what are stems? For me, stems are a combination of some audio tracks. So if we jump over the studio, I can demonstrate. Okay, so we've got the piano section of the song we're working on. Okay, so individually, piano main, and then we've got end riff left, end riff right, and we've got piano lead section here. Now they're the individual tracks. Now the stem for the pianos would sound like this. Which is a combination of all those tracks. Now where it gets slightly confusing, in Studio One, when you want to export your individual tracks, it actually says export stems, but it's within that subfolder that you can grab out the individual tracks rather than the stems. For you, how does it work? What do you class as a stem? What do you class as a track? drop a comment below and just let me know your thoughts. Because Studio One does refer to it as export stems, you will probably hear me during the video talking about exporting stems, but what I'm actually meaning is individual tracks. Okay, so we're back to our recording session. Now, this is how I would export it. The first thing to do is ensure that your start marker and your end marker are at the start and the end. Okay, next thing to do, go up to song, export stems. Now, I like to use bus channels for everything, but a mix engineer doesn't need that. All that's going to do is combine everything within that bus. So we're going to turn off percussion, bass, guitars, piano, keys, orchestra, background vocals, Vox. So all we're doing there is we've told it not to export the master stems. Okay, so next thing to do is pick your location, and we're going to do it in the right way. Okay, now Studio One by default puts the title of the song before the tracks. Personally, I don't think that's necessary, so I always delete that, because I like the tracks to be named nice and cleanly so that you can see them. We'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, next thing to do, export range, make sure it's between song start and the end marker. Okay, and then click OK. Okay, so that's now exporting the stems. I will show you what it now looks like. Okay, so we're now back in a new session. We're going to import the files. So instead of the wrong way, we're going to do it the right way. So these are all the files, and this time when we put them across, and you see it's one solid block, it looks like. So if we now do that and that. Okay, so now if we press play at the start, it sounds like our song. And that is the right way to export individual tracks to send to an engineer. One thing I would highly recommend is name the tracks. For me, if I receive files from a client and they're named like this, track, and then we just got numbers, so track to track 47, what I have to do now is I've got to go through every single track and work out what it is. So what's the first thing that plays? It's here. So now we need to solo this. Okay, so it's some form of guitar. It sounds like a lead part. What plays next? Okay, so that's a piano. Okay, and you can see how long it would take me to actually name the tracks so that I can organise them before I can even think about how does the song need to be mixed. Name your files. When you're sending files to the mix engineer, always let them know what the tempo of the song is. This way, he can set up delays to be in time with the song nice and easily. There's various other things he can do if he knows the tempo. It's really good practice to let him know. Plugins and effects. Should you include them? Well, If they're integral to the sound, yes, include them in the track. If it's just something which you've added on and you think it sounds cool, I would hold off on it. Anything you send over as part of the track is there forever. The mix engineer cannot change delays, reverbs, EQs or compression that is already embedded in the track. So only include it if it's integral to the sound you're going for. Let's jump over to the studio. I'll embed some effects onto some tracks and I'll show you what it would be like as a mix engineer to receive them like that. Okay, let's jump over. Okay, so completely wrong for the song. It sounds like this.
Tender words soothe my pain, give me strength and the courage to face anything.
Okay, so right, we're going to export that. This is the wrong way.
Simple lines from your hand, precious truth. Tender words soothe my pain, give me strength.
As a mix engineer, there's not a lot I can do about that. Certainly on this vocal, it's
Soothe my pain, give
that is the sound. You can't do anything with that. Now, if we did it the right way, which is
tender words, soothe my pain, give me strength.
okay, nice intimate song. That vocal needs some reverb.
Tender words, soothe my pain, give me strength.
Okay, let's give it a lot of reverb, but let's turn it down.
Tender words, soothe my pain, give me strength and the courage to face anything.
Okay, so the guitar, I mean, probably needs reverb as well, actually, to be fair. And without even putting any EQ, any compression, anything like that on there, I think that song sounds a lot more intimate, which is what it kind of wants to be. Now, all right, that vocal needs some EQ on it.
And I'm damn lucky to be with you. I stand in the rain, turn around, start to move. One small errand, keep the change, hurry home. Simple act, when you see, then you'll know. And these lilies in my hair, they're for you.
So without spending too much time on it, I think it sounds great. But I couldn't have got anywhere close to that had those delays been left on there. Only ever send your tracks with the plugins integrated into them if they are vital to the song. Record the tracks the best you possibly can. Don't settle for wrong notes. If you know you can play it better, record it again. The better the source tracks are, the better the mix is going to be. Alright, catch you later. Bye. No, this is my nose. These are ears, this is my nose.